Well, hey there team, this is podcast number 1097 for me. It's the 6th of October 2021 and you are listening to episode 515 of the Running Podcast. Don't you know? Well, hey there team, and welcome to this episode of the Running Podcast, podcasting since 2007 and heard right across this little blue bubble. I am your host, Coach Jeff. Today I chat with you from out there in the shed on the treadmill. Please check out all of my content over on coachjeff.com.au. Subscribe to the Coach Jeff podcast. That way you won't miss any of our shows. Don't forget the Coach Jeff Archives podcast. That's where you'll find all the old shows prior to show number 250. And please check out my book, Running for Donuts. You can find that at runningfordonuts.net. Well, that's about enough of all that. Let's slide out through the kitchen into the shed, jump on the treadmill, and hear from the coach. Well, good morning team, and welcome out here to the shed and the treadmill as we get some pretty easy miles in here this morning on the Running Podcast. And an absolutely brilliant morning here in Brisbane this morning. Really experiencing some summer-like weather. Still, what are we now? Still another month and a bit, nearly a month and a half away from summer. But already we're starting to see higher temperatures and just beautiful, beautiful conditions. Mornings are cool, and but the days are warm and very summer-like. And just some easy barefoot miles on the treadmill this morning. Only 1 or 2 miles maybe here this morning. Just been out and had a nice, relaxing 45-minute walk. It's Wednesday. So we're 4 days post my recent marathon effort last Saturday, and what a great day out that was. Had a lot of fun putting that show together, especially for long time listeners of the show. You may recall many times that I used to play that tune, what is it, Il Fortuna, at the end of my marathon running shows. So for giggles I threw that in at the end of last Saturday's marathon as I ran along the road to meet up with Mrs. Coach. So that was great fun. Like I say, had a lot of fun putting that show together. Had a lot of fun out there on the road that day. A lot of good things come out of that long day out. I learned that I've known for a long time I'm very destination oriented. If I don't have a set destination for where I'm walking or running to, I tend to meander and change track. And I learnt that my $30 Chinese running pack was simply brilliant, and had a great time with that. Body pulled up pretty well from my marathon effort. Very not so good on Sunday, Monday. A little bit better Tuesday. Here Wednesday morning, feeling pretty good. Both my calves and both my hamstrings are a little twangy. Quads feel good, lower back feels good. Body's in pretty good shape. So did nothing Sunday, Monday. Just a bit of light walking, bit of work. Yesterday, Tuesday, Mrs. Coach and I rode to the pool. Swam some laps, then had breakfast, come home. So it was a nice relaxing day out. Like I say, just an easy walk this morning, a couple of miles on the treadmill. Tomorrow, Thursday, probably bike and swim again. Take the day off. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, just be some easy stuff. I'm not quite sure yet. And then I'll probably aim to get going again the following week with some more 2 and 4 hour sessions, and the next session out will be a 12-hour session. And like I talked about from the road, I think I'll get up in the morning, do my usual morning routines, work, whatever, and then take off around about lunchtime and go from lunchtime till midnight. I think will be the deal. So looking forward to that. You know, again, just going across the marathon distance for over the 100th time, it makes you realise just what a long way the marathon is, let alone 100 miles. So, like I said from the outset, I have no idea what's to come. I have no idea of the time it's going to take me. You know, I figure somewhere, 33 to 36, somewhere in that hour range. But it's a long way. And like I also said from the road, I have so much respect for people that can run 100 miles. You know, you think back to the people that we've chatted with here on the show over the years. You know, the Mike LaRue's that can run 100 miles in sort of 14, 15 hours. Man, oh man. But anyway, lots of good fun to come over the coming weeks and months. Lots more running content. Especially over the early part of next year. I've got a few things in mind that I want to do with my running. I think I'm going to focus more on what I've been doing with like my Project PB 400. Really want to maybe tackle the 200, something like that. We'll see what comes in the new year. But that's probably about it. I might touch base again across the weekend, say a few more thank yous and catch up on some emails and stuff. But for today, just wanted to touch base, say hi. So I had a great time out there on the road. Hope you go back and listen to that show from the road on the weekend. Like I say, I had a great time putting it together. A lot of good stuff from out there on the road. But for now, I'll just get probably go another half mile here, and then that'll probably do me this morning. Just want to roll the legs over. One thing I have noticed, and Mrs. Coach and I were talking about this yesterday, the more time that we spend running in bare feet and running in our Vibram 5 fingers, and of course Mrs. Coach is running in some Saucony Hattoris, a shoe they don't make anymore, very much like the old Ultra Adam and Eve shoe. We've noticed that our feet are getting flatter and broader by the day, the more time you spend. So, you know, I really did notice that out there on the road on the weekend. You know, I had my Vibram 5 fingers on, and they were super comfortable. And as soon as I put them back into shoes, man, I can just feel I'm going to need to go up probably another size in shoe again. So I've gone up, over the last few years, I've gone up 2 full sizes in shoes. So whereas I used to be like, for example, a US 9, now I'm at a US 11, probably need to go to a US 11.5 or maybe even a US 12 in EU terms. I religiously ran all those years in EU 44 shoes. Now I'm in EU 45s, and I really need to move up to EU 46. So it's a very interesting thing, and we, like I say, Mrs. Coach and I were talking about it yesterday. We both noticed that we're better for it, don't get me wrong. The amount of time we spend running around, you know, running barefoot or running in these absolute minimal type shoes like the 5 fingers or the Hattoris or, you know, the like of those shoes, we're just, our feet and our hips and our knees and everything is feeling better for it. But man, oh man, are our feet really flattening out and getting broader. So really interesting, but absolutely enjoying, especially these barefoot miles here on the treadmill. Absolutely enjoying them. Alright, well, we might wrap it up from here on the treadmill. Reminds me, I've really got to I have started to put together a series on barefoot running, on how I come to it, why I do it, and some of the tips and tricks of running barefoot. So we might spend a bit of time working on that over the coming weeks. Plenty of other stuff to do. My favourite runner, famous running tracks from around the world. Just so much stuff to do, and try and fit a 100-miler in between. Alright kids, wherever you are around the world, hope you're having a heap of fun with your running like I am. And I'll see you either back here or on the treadmill or out there on the road somewhere in the next week or so. But for now, it's the coach saying, don't go away, I'll be right back.
whip of her hair and a knowing look in her eyes. On the easily led through the streets and the fields and the woods that I know by heart. We remember the days as the times when we felt oblivious to the world and the memories made. The flirtations and party games, oh, hold tight the easy days, oh, where did they go? And the cycle renews, the diner opens at 6 and the bus runs late. The kids walk to school, the crossing guard cruises cars who drive too fast. So now it's changed as life gets harder, the face is harder now. Slowly the rain and all the charm is all but gone. Oh, hold tight the easy days, oh, where did they go?
Alrighty team, that'll just about wrap us up for this very quick edition of the Running Podcast, and having a heap of fun with my running and walking at the moment. So looking forward to catching up with you guys out there on the road or the trails or tracks, treadmill somewhere in the coming weeks. In the meantime, please go and check out everything we do over there at coachjeff.com.au. That's about enough of me banging away at the desk. Time for me to get out of here now. But please remember what the coach has always said: train to race and race to win. But man, you have a heap of fun along the way. Until we see you on the very next episode of the Running Podcast, and maybe see you out there on the roads, trails or tracks somewhere, this is the coach saying bye-bye for now.